Today I thought I'd come on and do a video about tripods. I've got 3 tripods that I currently use, 2 of them more than others. Thought I'd go through with them so it might make your selection a little bit easier. So basically the first tripod that I ever bought was this one here, and it's basically just a 3-way cheap aluminium tripod. I believe the brand is Inca. At the time, I think it was around $50 Australian. It ended up blowing over in the wind and breaking one of my cameras, and then that cost me $200 because this thing is so light. It can't stay up in the wind very well. So it broke basically, within a couple of months. It already broken some of my equipment. It travelled all around Southeast Asia for like 6 months, and it was not too bad, but I just shouldn't have cheaped out on the tripod. Because it's holding gear that's worth thousands of dollars, so you want it to potentially save those items. When I got back from Asia, I bought a different one. I don't have that anymore, but after that one, I ended up buying this one, which is a lot more expensive, and it's the Gitzo GT 1545T. It's the travel model, and it came with like a sling bag, and this one here is quite solid and works really well. It's not really the tripod that I use the most. The tripod that I use the most is going to come up a little bit later on, but this one here is, look at my notes, it's over $1,000 Australian. And the tripod that I'm going to show you that I would recommend to get over the Gitzo, or over any other tripods as well, is really affordable. It's like $260. So stay tuned for that one. But this one here, as I said, not long after I got back from overseas, went and bought this one, and I've had it for about 5 or 6 years now. And it's been great. It's done everything I needed to. As I said, this has been great. It's held my Sony 6700 with a 200 to 600 millimeter lens, and it's been fine. But there's something better. This tripod here is made by a company called Innorell, and it's a Chinese manufacturer, and so you can buy them really inexpensive, and they're quite solid. They've got a flat base, so they're perfect for putting on video heads such as the Manfrotto one, that video head there. And this tripod is fantastic for wildlife, video work, anything that requires heavy gear, or any work that requires you to have a really steady shot. So like for example, when you're doing shots like time lapses, or shots like long exposures, things that require the shot to be very steady. Even video work is the same. You want it to be steady so it's not being blown around in the wind. And the same with those time lapses or long exposure shots. You don't want there to be shakes in the shot. And so this is fantastic. And it goes, I've just got some notes here on it. So folded height is 58 centimeters. So that's 58 centimeters, that height there. And then at the max height, it's 160 centimeters. So if you put it at its max height, if you put this on top and then you put your camera on top of this, it's taller than I am. So it has a great range of different heights that you can use to play with. And I highly recommend this. It says that it's carbon fiber. It says that it's 8 times carbon fiber. I don't know if it is. Who knows? It could be aluminium wrapped in a carbon fiber wrap. But it doesn't matter. It's $260 and it works really well. It's got twist locks like this. Perfect. They do take a little bit to unwind compared to the Gitzo. The Gitzo is just a little tiny twist and then it comes out. The disadvantage with this one, really the only disadvantage, and a lot of other people have picked it up as well, is with this one, if you do a little twist like that, it doesn't really want to go in. So you got to really untwist it a little bit. So yeah, that's actually not too bad. But yeah, you got to untwist it a little bit to get it back in. So this model here that I have is the innorell NT364C. I don't know if that's picking it up. And it weighs 2.12 kilograms, so it does add a fair bit of weight to your pack, so keep that in mind. Then when you go and add something like this, which is, I don't know, probably 2 kilos on its own as well, then you add your camera gear on top of that, it does get quite heavy. I find that I would carry my backpack and then I would just carry this with my camera gear on it over my shoulder, because it's got these soft pads here, so you can sort of just put it over your shoulder and walk like that, and it's fine. You don't really notice it. So yeah, my conclusion, I guess, is don't make the mistake that I did and go through 4 tripods before you find the right one. Just go straight for a really sturdy tripod. It doesn't have to be innorell. It just has to be a tripod that's strong enough and sturdy enough to hold your camera gear. And it doesn't need to be a $1,200 tripod like this. It can be a $260 tripod like this one here. And there's many versions of it with different brands. If you look on AliExpress or Amazon, eBay, they all have different versions from China that make them. Yeah, I rate it. It's really good. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, hey, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.